Hello and welcome to Ready Bet Action, your almost daily sports betting show.
Yes, sir.
Stefan, we're going to talk college picks today. That's the topic of the day, which I'm very excited about. I think we have some great picks for people. But we just finished going 4-5 on our Thursday night football picks. How are you feeling about that?
I feel like that was a bullshit game, and that's all I have to say about that. It felt like an under game. I didn't feel excited about any of the offenses. Like I felt like I was watching a bullshit Thursday night game.
So you're mad about the one pick we missed, which was the under.
Yes.
Even though we had an 80% successful rate, you're still mad about that one.
Yeah, but Alexander Madison is not that dude. That's all I'm going to
He is
say.
not.
And if you would have bet Jalen Hurts touchdown like times 2, oh baby, you would have been like looking pretty good. But you're looking good anyway.
But dude, as a DeAndre Swift fantasy owner for multiple years now, he finally looked good tonight. Like,
yeah,
finally. This might be his best game I've ever seen him as a DeAndre Swift fantasy owner.
This is probably his best career game.
Well,
like this is like future, past, present. This is probably the height of DeAndre. Yeah,
it has
but good for him, dude. Like good for him.
Totally. Speaking of DeAndre Swift, we do have a Georgia pick today. We will get to that later. I should say I have a Georgia pick today, which we will get to that later. It's kind of a down college football weekend. I don't think we have any big. Do we have any games that move the needle this weekend? Like when we're talking college football. I mean, obviously without the obvious upset loss. Yeah,
only if there's upsets. Like if Michigan State like pulls the impossible and beats Washington, like that's a big deal because Washington looks really fucking good right now. So I think if things go as planned, yeah, no, everything's fine and dandy. But if there is an upset this week, like look out. But yeah, it's kind of a weak slate for college football. Like this is the last week before. Like we had a couple of fun non-conference games before this, but this week is a little bit of a downer. Let's be honest. But next week we start like getting into it. But that doesn't mean there's not fun plays this week. Like from a betting perspective, there's a lot of value to be had.
Yeah, absolutely. We do not have a Washington pick, but oh my god, I am so excited.
I told you I drunkenly texted you. No, I drunkenly bet Washington minus 14.5 against Michigan State, as well as a couple others. I don't remember betting them at all, but they happened.
Look, so as a Colorado fan, I want Michigan State to lose every game. And look, I shouldn't. They did us a favor. We are now not dealing with the Mel Tucker fiasco.
Can you imagine?
However, just the way it went down, dude, they deserve every bit of loss and every bit of just UW running that score up on them. And I hope Michael Penix Jr. just Heisman campaign level game versus them. Well, dude, I am excited for it.
The thing about Washington is they legit have 2 first-round wide receivers in Rome Odunze and McMillan, and then Polk is their third wide receiver, who's also very, very good. So they're wide receiver talent, and then of course Penix as well. Like Washington has an elite offense, and as an Oregon fan, like it pains me to say that, but it is true.
Yeah, I think they're the if there's a college football playoff team from the Pac-12, I think it's Washington. I don't think.
Well, you're an asshole. It's Oregon, and you shut your mouth.
It's still not Oregon. We're gonna have a lot of debating next week with CU Oregon. But
let's go.
Speaking of, let's jump right in. Steve, if you want to kick us off with a college football pick, and we'll get rolling.
Yeah, let's do this. So, a play that I really like is now we backed this team last week and they didn't quite cover, but Air Force minus 9.5 against Utah State just feels really right to me. Utah State's defense is pretty bad right now. Utah State hasn't, like, I remember last year we were all about Utah State. I remember week 1 against UConn, we were all about that, and we lost so much money. Like, Utah State hasn't been the same since Bonner left, and Air Force is a machine right now. So give me Air Force minus 9.5. I think that number is way too short. So love me some of those. Are they the Falcons? Yeah, they're the Falcons.
They are the Falcons, man. Air Force. I'll be driving through Colorado Springs tomorrow night, past that stadium on the way to Boulder.
When I played football in the Netherlands, like my team was the Arnhem Falcons. So let's rock. I did the dirty bird
Yeah.
after every touchdown. You know I did.
Oh man, that is an image I do not care to keep in my brain.
Let's go.
is a smaller white man doing the dirty bird
Yeah.
versus Ray Lewis. I think it's solid.
Okay. You've
All
got
right,
some fun.
so
Let's go to the SEC. Give me an SEC play right here.
All right, deal. Yeah, we'll move in the SEC. So, look, everyone, Georgia is going to just smoke South Carolina. They are going to make a statement. It's going to be huge. However, I think I was just surprised that you could even get the total of South Carolina, the team total over of 6.5 in the second half.
That's stupid, dude. I love that.
We are counting on Spencer Rattler, who is overrated, but still can score touchdowns on occasion. Look, Georgia's going to take their foot off the gas, put the backups in. Rattler will still be in there to get one touchdown, or 3 field goals in the second half.
Firstly, I want to know how you found this because this is fucking brilliant. I am putting way too many units on this as soon as we're done because this is a stupid bet because it just takes one garbage time touchdown, which you know they're going to get.
It is, and I'm actually afraid that like it moves and all of a sudden, but I mean these props usually don't move too much. But
no, Eric, you move lines, baby. You move lines.
Thank you. I feel like we have a couple times. A couple have been sneaky where I go to actually place my bet after a show, and then all of a sudden it's moved from right before I checked it with the show.
Yep.
No, this is great, man. I
love this play.
Any team 6.5, and they're like they have some kind of respectable offense. It's like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Yeah. I love that. So, Steve, why don't you stick in the SEC here with your Alabama play?
Yeah, so Alabama, I think, needs to get rolling here. They have a pretty cupcake match against South Florida. I think they want to get up big and get up big early so that they can kind of experiment and try to figure out what they have. So give me Alabama minus 20.5 in the first half against South Florida. I think they get 3 touchdowns on them pretty easy. I don't think South Florida scores more than 3 in the first half, probably. So I think Alabama scores every drive in the first half. Maybe they have one mishap, but I think they really need to get going. I think we'll see Jalen Milroe as well as Ty Buckner in this matchup. So I think the offense will be pushing the pedal to the metal to kind of figure out what they actually have. So this feels pretty easy. South Florida's not a good team. So.
Can you imagine being in Nick Saban's locker room after losing at home to Texas?
No.
Like I was pretty big on Alabama last week, and just now having to deal with that, they are going to take all of their frustrations out on South Florida.
Absolutely,
absolutely, every bit. Sorry, USF fans. It's you should probably just tune out if you're in the Tampa Bay area. Cool. Well, I'm actually going to move us to the other side of Stefan's Utah State pick. And to say it's the other side is not totally true. We could actually still hit this with a certain window. I really like the parlay of Utah State plus 14.5. So we're going to go ahead and tease that number and get 14.5. Then I'm going to add Toledo money line, and they're actually 7-point favorites. So we're bringing that down too. That's going to get us to pretty close to even money. I like this because Air Force underperformed against Sam Houston State. I think Utah State's better than Sam Houston State, although I do think they are not a great team for all the reasons that Stefan said. So give me Utah State, who's used to playing at elevation, all of those things. Like 2 touchdowns might be right on the line. We'll probably be sweating this one out, but I like that's even money, and it's against the Service Academy, which is generally going to be lower scoring against other teams. So I like this pick. And then I think Toledo is just going to absolutely destroy San Jose State. Nothing else to say.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm going to give you another one of mine. I like Kansas State a lot. I think Howard is an absolutely fantastic quarterback at the college level. Meanwhile, Mizzou has Cook, who's just not – Brady's just not it. Luther Burden is an amazing talent at wide receiver, but I don't think they're going to be able to put up enough points against this Wildcats defense. So give me Kansas State minus 3.5. I feel like this is a pretty good number. Howard has been really sneaky good. If he if he had a different like logo on his helmet, if he played at Alabama, he would be in the Heisman race. Like this dude is that good. So, and Kansas State's defense is great. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of names on offense, but they do have former Florida State Seminole Trey Ward there. He is absolutely fantastic. His name's not Trey Ward; it's Deshaun Ward. I've been having too many tequilas tonight, but he's great. And so give me Kansas State minus 3.5 against Mizzou. I love this play so much.
That's awesome. Look, Kansas State just rolled over Mizzou last year.
They're the Big 12 champs, baby.
Dude,
let's give them some respect.
But even more so, like, maybe I'm a CU fan who just used to get rolled by Missouri later in our Big 12 years. Since Mizzou joined the SEC, I don't know if many other programs have disappeared as much as Missouri has disappeared since joining that conference. Like, I really thought they were actually going to be pretty successful. I know it's been like 10 years now, but like, man, Kansas State minus 3.5 feels like easy money here for me. I really like that pick. But I'm going to move us. I'm going to stay in the SEC. I got 2 more picks for you. We're going to stay in the SEC for me. To be honest, it's a bit of a big number for me, LSU versus Mississippi State. However, I am making this pick because if LSU is going to make a statement or is going to somehow salvage their season, they need to come back and absolutely smack Mississippi State. I think Brian Kelly knows that. I think their players know that. So if LSU is going to cover a 10-point spread against like a mid-level SEC team,
this is great.
This is it. Like, this is it for me. So
yeah, no. And Mississippi State, they like, I hate to say this, but Coach Leach is gone. Like, he passed away and it's tragic. Their new coach is all about the run game. LSU is all about stopping the run. Wingo is amazing. And now they're getting Mason Smith back. Their defensive line is insane. Mississippi State is not going to be able to run the ball. They don't have the passing plays in their playbook right now with their new coach to be able to overcome this. I think LSU rolls this game. I think this is a fantastic play. I would recommend playing an alt line of like minus 16.5.
Absolutely. So you'd actually bring this up. I love that.
This feels safe. This feels safe to me.
That is great. Let me go ahead and cover my last pick because Stefan actually has a soccer pick for us.
Yeah, I've got some Premier League. Premier League comes back, baby, and we need to talk about it.
Perfect. We absolutely do. So let me give you one more. Okay, everyone. I wasn't going to bet this game. I promise. Like, Stefan was.
Robbie did.
Robbie did. Yep, on the show earlier this week. Everyone else is going to bet this game. They're like, let's roll with Prime. I am a nervous CU fan. At some point, we're not going to win every game, obviously. And then, not that I thought we were going to lose, I just thought 24 is a big number. I'm like, I'll stay away. However, today, you can go check out my recent TikTok on this. Coach Norvell from the Colorado State Rams insulted Deion Sanders' mother. Like, when you say your mom didn't raise you right, you're not actually insulting the man. You are insulting his mom.
Which is way worse.
But like, how would you do that? Like, I get if you come out and you're like, the Buffaloes are overrated, or like they aren't as, like, whatever, man. Say anything else about the team. Like, say something else about the coach for that matter. Like, tell him you don't like his like hairstyle or something, but you come out and insult his mother.
It's a mistake.
What? Like, absolutely insane. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the over in this one, 61. And I'm saying that because I think CU might put up 60 points on CSU.
We only need CSU to score a touchdown. Give us one score.
Maybe a field goal. Like, maybe a field goal. Let's go, I'll be at this game. I really wasn't going to bet it. And then Norvell, just one idiot, came out and said that. And I love that he's like stoking a rivalry, like that part.
Let's go.
Like, he just made the wrong choice, though. Like, the wrong choice. You insulted his mom and the grandmother of 2 of their best players. What?
And it's not like it takes much to light a fire under these guys. Like they're ready
No.
to fucking go.
Yeah, like that's all
Yeah.
they need. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for college football. We're gonna give you one Premier League play though.
It's kind of two.
Oh,
So
it is.
so
It is. It is too.
I want you to parlay Liverpool and Man City on the money line. I know that feels super chalky. Well, guess what? Yeah, it fucking is. And that's sometimes what you got to do. Liverpool plays Wolves. Wolves are fine, but they're not good. Like they're okay. Liverpool is a very good team. They've got an amazing midfield. Zabalai is amazing. I can't actually say his name. And then you've got Diaz, you've got Gagpo, you've got Gravenberch
Yep.
coming in, and Darwin Núñez is in form right now. So Liverpool feels safe. And then you've got Man City against West Ham. West Ham's good. Like Paqueta's a good player, but they don't have a strong team. Man City will win that game 2-1 or 1-0. Like they're not going to run away with it, but they're going to win it comfortably. So you've got two very, very solid plays here. You parlay them and you get it at plus 113. I think it's a very safe play. The value's there. So parlay Liverpool money line, Man City money line, and let's take it to the bank.
Yeah, I love that. And I think it's just a reminder for listeners. It's like, guys, soccer is such a great sport. And
It is.
you have
I'm so excited it's back.
These games are pretty much over by the time your college football and NFL starts. You're trying to fill your morning. You're like, what else am I going to do? Pick a soccer team and follow them. It is so much fun. I did that about 9 years ago with Liverpool. I jumped on the Liverpool train before they were super successful. Well, recently super successful. They were obviously the biggest team in the 80s or whatever. But the point is I just picked a team and I went with it. And it's been great. And like, I love watching English Premier League. It is so much fun. It really does help to fill your sports calendar.
Absolutely. It's the best. And you know what's even better than the Premier League is if you get really nasty and you jump into the Eredivisie, which is the Dutch soccer league. And then you can find some real value because PSV is the shit. No, let's give the people the rundown. Let's go through our picks. I'll start with my soccer pick and then I'll throw it over to you for your college football. So our plays for Saturday, the big day, we've got soccer, we've got mainly football, but let's start off with, we want you to take Liverpool and Man City on the money line in a parlay at plus 113. We think that's going to hit for you. Eric, let's hear some of your football plays.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, we'll stick with the parlay theme. I got Utah State. He's the plus 14.5 versus Air Force. And then we're going to take Toledo on the money line versus San Jose State. And that's going to get you to plus 103. I got Louisiana State University minus 10 versus Mississippi State with a big bounce back. I also have South Carolina team total over 6.5 points in the second half versus Georgia. Last but not least for me, I have Colorado and Prime going over 61 versus Colorado State as a game over. What about you, Stefan?
You're a sick man. I've got Air Force minus 9.5 because I'm a true patriot. We've got Kansas State minus 3.5 at Missouri. I've got Alabama minus 20.5 in the first half versus South Florida. We're all over the favorites this week. But I feel great about these plays. I'm super excited. I hope everyone's following us on TikTok, on Instagram, on X. We're giving you live bets. We're giving you extra plays. We're also just giving you fantastic stuff. So please do follow us there. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. Follow us on YouTube. You can find him at Doran_Eric. You can find me at StayFunLaco on all the socials. Eric, give the good listeners a final thought, a final word to bring us into the weekend.
Let's go with the homer word. Go Buffs. Sucks to be a CSU Ram. Let's go.
That's right. Let's go.